Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Frank in Action, and for today, we will be having our recording of one of my classes. Now, the new rule for NativeCamp is to allow Callan method teachers to receive elite teacher incentives, and that would be a maximum of 5,000 pesos as an add up or add on your salary every month. So could be this recording could be a good tool for you guys, for you able to have confidence and have supplementary trainings, reviews using these videos. So I'll be planning to have more recordings when it comes to my lessons so that you could have at least a first-hand experience or could be able to see the platform at the same time how to handle classes in the future. So if you're already working at NativeCamp and yet not yet subscribed in my YouTube channel, make sure to click the subscribe button and also the ring bell button so you will be notified in my next upload. Could actually go to your NativeCamp platform account and then go to this specific paragraph. So make sure to open your book or your textbook in your Callan lesson. Please make sure to click the notification of your application for NativeCamp so that you will be able to be updated on the updates and also announcement from NativeCamp. We have two promos now. The one that is shown in our Facebook page and also the Halloween party. Okay, so it's already 30. Let me. Hello. Yes, can you hear and see me? Okay, that's great. So, by the way, this is Frank. What's your name? Mariko. So, can I call you Miss Mariko? All right, so now we are going to continue your lesson in stage 6. And that would be paragraph number 451. So we will start your lesson at 447 for the revision, okay? All right, so let's start. Please answer the following questions. Now, what are the two ways in which we can repeat what someone has said? What are the two ways in which we can repeat what someone has said? The two ways in which we can repeat what someone has said are what someone again. All right, one more. Can you hear me? Hello? All right, one more time. I'm so sorry. Now, what are the two ways in which we can repeat what someone has said? The two ways in which we can repeat what someone has said are by giving the exact words of the speaker or by by reporting what the speaker said. All right, what do we call these two ways? What do we call these two ways? We call these two ways direct speech and indirect speech. Very good. Give me an example of direct speech, please. Give me an example of direct speech, please. Mr. Brown said, I like warm weather. Very good. Give me an example of indirect speech, please. Give me an example of indirect speech, please. Mr. Brown said that he liked warm weather. All right. Now, what do we do with the tenses when we change the direct speech into indirect speech? What do we do with the tenses when we change direct speech into indirect speech? When we change direct speech into indirect speech, we generally move the verb into the past. Give me an example, please. Give me an example, please. The teacher said the room is large. The teacher said that the room was large. The teacher said that the room was large. Very good. Now, what do we do if a verb is already in the past? What do we do if a verb is already in the past? If a verb is already in the past, it often remains unchanged. But sometimes we put it further into the past. Okay, very good. Now, what do we do with the word will when we change direct speech into indirect speech? What do we do with the word will when we change direct speech into indirect speech? When we change direct speech into indirect speech, We change the word will to would. All right, give me an example, please. Give me an example, please. She said that John would go to London next year. Right. Now, I will now make some statements and I want you to tell me what I said using indirect speech. All right, let's start. I swim every day. What did I say? I swim every day. What did I say? You said that you swam every day. Now, she's speaking to you. What did I say? She's speaking to you. What did I say? You said that she was speaking to me. All right. I have just taken the pen from the table. What did I say? I have just taken the pen from the table. What did I say? You said that you had just taken the pen from the table. All right. I think I will go to London tomorrow. What did I say? I think I will go to London tomorrow. What did I say? You said that you thought you would go to London tomorrow. Now, they had books in their hands when they came into the room. What did I say? They had books in their hands when they came into the room. What did I say? You said that they had books in their hands when they came into the room. All right, I ate too much for dinner. What I ate too much for dinner. What did I say? What did I say? You said you had eaten too much for dinner. All right. Do we use inverted commas for indirect speech? Do we use inverted commas for indirect speech? No, we don't use indirect commas for indirect speech. All right. Is it generally necessary to use the word that when we use indirect speech? Is it generally necessary to use word that when we use indirect speech? No, it isn't generally necessary to use the word that when we use indirect speech. All right, give me an example, please. Give me an example, please. He said that the room was large. He said the room was large. The room was large. Very good. Now, did people in the old days believe the world was round? Did people in the old days believe the world was round? No, people in the old days didn't believe the world was round. They believed it was flat. All right, which is one of the flattest parts of that country? Which is one of the flattest parts of that country? One of the flattest parts of this country is. Mhm. Okay, all right. All right, one more time. One of the flattest parts of this country is. All right. Okay, good. Now, would you think it was great pity if you went for a picnic in the country and it rained? Would you think it was great pity if you went for a picnic in the country and it rained? Yes, I'd think it was. I'd think it was a great pity if I went for a picnic in the country and it rained. All right. What kind of people do you pity most? What kind of people do you pity most? I pity. All right. Now translate this phrase in your language. What a pity. What a pity. Totemo kawaiso. Ah, very good. All right. I practiced that for 5 years. I cannot perfect it. Was it perfect? All right, good. All right. What are the three forms of blow? What are the three forms of blow? The three forms of blow are blow, blew, blown. Okay, very good. Have you ever been blown off your feet by the wind? Have you ever been blown off your feet by the wind? Yes, no. I've been blown off my feet by the wind. All right. Now, what do you consider to be the best occupation in the world? What do you consider to be the best occupation in the world? Uh, I consider a king to be the best occupation in the world. All right. Now, why must we consider carefully before making an important decision? Why must we consider carefully before making an important decision? We must consider carefully before making an important decision. If we don't consider carefully, we might make a big mistake. Very good. All right. Now this time we are done with our revision. Let's move on to the new word. Repeat whatever, whenever, wherever, whoever, limit, unlimited, most of. All right, listen. So the difference between the words what and whatever is that we use the word what in a limited sense, whereas we use the word whatever in a more unlimited sense. Other examples of this kind is when and whenever, where and wherever, who or whoever. When you say limit, it can be used as a noun and also a verb. So as a noun, it means a point in which someone is not allowed to go. For example, parents need to set limits in the behavior of their children. Now, limit as a verb, it means to stop. Okay? For example, we need to find ways to limit spending too much money. Okay, another word is unlimited, is also an adjective. It is the opposite of limited. It means without any limits. For example, by unlimited rice, you can eat as much rice as you want. So in the Philippines, it's becoming famous advertisement to have unlimited rice. That's why I'm one of the victim of that. This one, unlimited drinks. All right, so you can drink as much drink you like. That what kind of drinks do you like? Oh my gosh. All right, I should not talk about it so much, but I like it. Next one is most of. It means most. Let's practice. What's the difference between the words what and whatever? What's the difference between the words what and whatever? The difference between the words what and whatever, the words what and whatever, is that we use the word what in a limited sense, whereas we use the word whatever in a more, the word whatever in a more limited, unlimited sense. Very good. Now, if you could buy whatever you wanted, what would you buy? If you could buy whatever you wanted, what would you buy? If I could buy whatever I wanted, I'd buy what? What is limited sense? It has to be specific. Mhm. Okay, Yamashita, go. All right. Can you go for a holiday whenever you like? Can you go for a holiday whenever you like? Yes, now. No. No. Can you go for a holiday whenever you like? Yes, no. No. Yes, I can go for a holiday whenever I like. Why? Why? Because. Mhm. Very good. Yes. That's nice. I hope everyone has that privilege. Okay. All right. If you could go wherever you liked in the world, where'd you go? If you could go wherever you liked in the world, where'd you go? If I could go wherever I liked in the world, I'd like to go. All right. Now, if you could meet whoever you wanted in the world, who would you prefer to meet? If you could meet whoever you wanted in the world, who would you prefer to meet? If I could meet whoever I wanted in the world, I'd I'd prefer to meet. Oh, I see. Okay. Repeat truth, lie, tell the truth, tell a lie, honest. All right, listen. So when you say truth, it's the noun of the word true. So the real facts about the situation, event, or person. For example, I told her I liked the food, but the truth is that the food was pretty bad. Okay. All right. Sometimes we have to say those things, not to discourage someone. All right. Another one is lie. It's also used as a noun. It is something that is not true. It's the opposite of truth. When you say tell the truth, it means to tell something true, to tell a lie is something that is not true. Say it. For example, newspapers don't have or don't always tell the truth. Sometimes they tell lies. Maybe one of the reasons is because they don't have time to verify the information they gather. The next word is honest. The word honest is an adjective. It is someone who always tells the truth and does not cheat or steal. For example, he was a hardworking, honest man. Let's practice. Do you always tell the truth? Do you always tell the truth? Yes, now. I don't always tell the truth. Sometimes I tell lies. All right. Why not? Why not? Because it's sometimes necessary to tell lies in order not to be unpleasant. In order not, in order not to be unpleasant. All right. Do newspapers always tell the truth? Do newspapers always tell the truth? No, newspapers don't always tell the truth. Sometimes they tell lies. All right. Why do they sometimes tell lies? Why do they sometimes tell lies? They sometimes tell lies because to verify research. Okay. Repeat, miss. All right, listen. So the word miss is used as a verb here. So it's the opposite of the verb to catch. So for example, I'm talking to you, I'm not expecting that you're gonna throw a pen on me or to me. If you suddenly throw your pen to me, I think I'd miss it. And perhaps asking you why you did that. All right. Another meaning of miss is to arrive too late for something or someone. Like, for example, I'm not in the habit of missing trains and buses because I always give myself plenty of time to catch trains and buses. Another meaning of the word miss also is to feel sad because your love is not with you. Like, for example, um, when I was 18 years old, I already started traveling around the world because of my internship. So I have to be away. I had to be away from home for 9 months or 1 year before I began to miss my family and friends. So in that decision, I can see that I don't miss my family so much very early. It takes 5 to 8 months because compared uh, from the last century, we have internet already, so we can communicate with them. All right, let's practice. What's the opposite of the verb to catch? What's the opposite of the verb to catch? The opposite of the verb to catch is to miss. All right, if I throw my pen to you, do you think you'd catch it or miss it? If I throw my pen to you, do you think you'd catch it or miss it? If you threw your pen to me, I I think I'd miss it. All right. Are you in the habit of missing trains and buses? Are you in the habit of missing trains and buses? Yes, now. I'm not in the habit of missing trains and buses. Why not? Why not? Because I always give myself plenty of time to catch trains and buses. All right. How long do you have to be away from home before you begin to miss your family and friends? How long do you have to be away from home before you begin to miss your family and friends? I have to be away from home for about before I begin to miss my family and friends. All right. Do you miss the last lesson? Do you miss the last lesson? Yes, no. I didn't miss the last lesson. Not missed. I didn't miss the last lesson. Very good. Okay. Why? Because I give plenty of time. Hello? Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now? All right. So again, why? Why? Because I give myself plenty of time before the lesson. Very good. Repeat: union, trade union, organization, or organization. All right. So nization or nization. Repeat: in favor of, pay, wages. All right, listen. So when you say union, it's the noun for unite. With me, it means to join. For example, I think that the union of all the countries in Europe will one day be possible because most of the countries in Europe are friends now. Next is trade union. Trade union is an organization composed of workers from a particular industry. So it protects the workers and fights to improve their pay and conditions. Okay, when you say organization, it's a group of people with one purpose, especially in business and also society. One of the famous one is the WHO, or World Health Organization, which is very timely and vital during the pandemic. Next is in favor of. It means to support or approve of something. Like, for example, I'm in favor of voluntarism or trade unions also. When you say pay, or just we say wages, it is a noun. It also means the salary, the money you earn from working. Let's practice. Now, do you think that a union of all the countries in Europe will ever be possible? Do you think that a union of all the countries in Europe will ever be possible? Yes, no. I don't think that a union of all the countries in Europe, of all the countries in Europe, will ever be possible. Will ever be. Very good. All right. So we're just gonna stop there because we only have 50 seconds in our lesson. And I think this is also our first lesson here at Native Camp. So I'm just so happy that you're able to catch me in this very short booking lesson today. I was so happy, like, oh, someone booked my lesson, even if it just opened now. Yeah, because I'm not really sure if I'm gonna conduct lesson today. So I was able to confirm, like, okay, I'm available for more lessons today. So I was like, yay. All right, but anyway, I'm so happy that you're able to, pronounce the word properly. And one thing that I can give you as a tip is to focus more on not understanding the question, just focus on the listening so that you can challenge your speed without translating the questions. Okay? Anyway, thank you so much, Mariko. See you next time. Have a great day. All right, so here you go. That was my lesson for stage 6, 451 consider. So the new progress, I just gonna put it in the description below. So yeah, one thing that is very important there when you are doing your lesson is to really always remember that one thing that we promise to our student is that during our level check, Callan lesson is a fun way of learning English. And during our level check, that's what we promise, that it's the fastest way. So make sure that you also have a conversation with them when it comes to uh, explaining the meaning of the word. You have to make sure that what you give to them, like an example, is timely, not only verifying on the guidelines that we have here in the platform, but also giving some, what do you call this one, timely and practical example sentences that, the student would be able to check if they have full understanding of the mentioned new word or vocabularies. So again, guys, I hope you had fun. And yeah, perhaps in the next video, I will be giving you more details. I'm gonna give an online training also here so that you could have a supplementary training. Again, guys, the best training is always what is available at Native Camp. But one thing that I'm gonna give to you is, some tips on how you're going to deliver or to make yourself ready for the training, or if you are already in the production of Native Camp Callan lesson, it could be a good supplementary videos also that you can watch when you're free, and also walk through while I'm teaching here online or in the uploaded videos. You can actually run through or walk through the questions available on your platform. All right, guys, so I hope you had fun. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next upload videos. Bye bye.